Welcome back. Is India's Pakistan policy being held hostage to domestic politics between the opposition and the government? Gopal Agarwal, one criticism of the government has been that the government realizes or uses the foreign policy not only with Pakistan but other nations as well for domestic gains. Rahul was pointing out during the break how we saw when Israeli Prime Minister came, the kind of the brouhaha that was created around his speech with Prime Minister Modi and, of course, the Israeli Prime Minister. Apart from that, when the government only talks and only, uses a very myopic tunnel vision to hit out at Pakistan at the UNGA, the entire speech focused on that. Is the government not exposing itself to ramifications internationally and, of course, domestic politics?
No, Ankit, the issue is that do we need to tell what Pakistan is doing to our people in the country? No, we all are agreeing on that, what the Pakistan does with the support to the terrorists, cross-border infiltration in Kashmir. Our domestic people know everything. The issue is at international level, we have to convince and make people remember what Pakistan is doing continuously. And there are new issues which are arising. The stamp to the Burhanwani, killing of Indian police personnel, from picking up them from their home, and brutal cold-blooded murder that the Pakistan takes up. These issues continuously will have to be brought at the international forum to the knowledge of the people across the globe. The way the Pakistan foreign minister now is meeting with Hafiz Saeed, don't we have to tell this to the global world? Do we think that everybody will know automatically?
But every occasion, should that be the only focus of the government? That's what I'm asking. When India wants to play a bigger role into the world politics as a global player, can we afford to only keep our gaze at Pakistan on every international forum? That is what I'm asking.
No, Ankit, if you go with the lecture of Madam Sushma Swaraj, you will find there was a lot of portion with regard to the reconstitution of the Security Council, the way the Security Council needs restructuring, India's position into the global politics, everything she has talked. She has talked that the current Security Council is done with regard to winners of the Second World War. Now the country, people have changed. India has emerged.
All right. Gopal, let me get in Javed at this point of time. Javed, why do you think that the government, as the critiques of the government have been saying, what is the need for the government to be so much focused and open itself for every international dialogue or the foreign policy to be utilized or to be or to be open to attacks domestically? Is it the government which is trying to utilize this, and this is the same thing that the opposition is doing, trying to pick holes? In the end, foreign policy becomes a vote-catching matter for the government and for the opposition.
Ankit, earlier the tradition, the convention was that Indian leaders, whenever they went abroad, I'm getting a talk back. I'm getting an echo, Ankit. I can't.
All right, I will just fix that. If we can fix Javed's, audio there. Javed, continue.
Yes. So earlier the convention was that whenever Indian leaders, whether of government or from the opposition, they went abroad, they never spoke of domestic politics. I have traveled with several prime ministers. We've tried to get prime ministers on board the aircraft to speak about what is happening in India, and they've flatly refused. Now that convention, that trend has been broken. So both the prime minister as well as Rahul Gandhi, whenever they go abroad, they don't shy away from not just discussing domestic issues, but taking a pot shot at each other. And then once you do that, it lays yourself open. You lay yourself open to others using it as best they can. So therefore, this needs to stop, both at the level of the government and also at the level of the opposition. As far as India's focus on Pakistan is concerned, yes, they are a major irritant, and we need to expose them before the world. I think we've done a great job of doing it. But yeah, there is also this opinion, and a large number of people feel that we shouldn't be obsessed with Pakistan. We are a much bigger country. We have a larger, bigger fish to fry. Pakistan is what it is, but we need to act in a manner which shows that India is a responsible country and India has larger goals. Pakistan is just minor bushfire which we can douse whenever we want to.
That's a very important point that you're making, Javed. And Rahul, I want you to come in on this. For the government, as you know, we were discussing during the break as well. Is this a norm that we see, or is it the Modi government's different style of functioning that everything from the foreign policy to even the surgical strike, there has to be a certain political capital that the government always wants to exploit on these issues?
Yes, Ankit, anything goes. Anything goes in politics today. The Prime Minister Narendra Modi has done it differently. If you notice, what was his big issue at one time in 2013 when he was contesting for the Prime Minister? I am denied a US visa. Then came in 2014 that I have got a US visa. The US trip became a high point. And from that on, there is a deep political understanding in BJP and Prime Minister Narendra Modi that votes in India don't just come because you launch schemes in Delhi or for somebody in Assam or someplace. Votes come globally. It's an influence, it's an image, it has to be crafted. He has done it. But I think there is a very fine line between doing it and overdoing it.
Yes.
For example, surgical strikes, the way they have been utilized politically, I think it's downright stupid. I will say in as many words, it is a very uncomfortable moment for India's defense. Yes, we are proud of it. Similarly, Rahul Gandhi calling RSS Muslim Brotherhood ridiculous. I think it could have been avoided. Also, Shashi Tharoor, for example, is talking about Sushma Swaraj using it for a domestic constituency. But I would like to remind he's a man from the UN since 1978. What did Manmohan Singh in 2013 say at the UNGA?
Yes.
He said, replying to Pakistan Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif, he said, state-sponsored cross-border terrorism is of particular concern. Terror located in our neighborhood in Pakistan. It is equally important that terror machinery that draws its sustenance from Pakistan be shut down. Sushma has said nothing different. The point here is that if the BJP is trying to exploit its diplomatic gains, the Congress and others are trying to create a counter narrative. I think both need to sit down. But that's one thing which seems to be most difficult to achieve. Pakistan is banking on India and Indian politicians to be foolish. I think we should not hand over the plate.
And very quickly, I just want the last 30 seconds to each, to Rahul and Javed. Javed, coming to you first. Is the Congress in any way with this entire narrative, and we have seen how the BJP from the Prime Minister downwards is very capable of making sure that this narrative spreads about Rahul Gandhi and Pakistan echoing the same kind of voice? Is it going to be detrimental to the Congress party in the upcoming elections in the states and also in 2019?
Look, that's a question that will only be answered after the elections because we don't know. Even before this UN thing, BJP has been invoking Pakistan. During the Bihar elections, Rahul Gandhi had said no such thing, but it was Mr. Amit Shah who said that firecrackers will be burst in Karachi and Lahore when Nitish Kumar wins. So Pakistan, earlier in his Gujarat elections, Prime Minister Modi used to use this, Mia Musharraf, and now, so Pakistan in fact features a lot more in Indian elections these days than India features in Pakistan elections. I covered the 2013 elections in Pakistan, and I was very surprised to see that India didn't even, we were not even mentioned in passing. So we need to take this the Pakistan element out of Indian politics, because for some parties Pakistan is used to badger and win over votes here, to badger a particular community in India and thereby aid and abet a polarization and gain votes.
Rahul, in this new era of everything goes as you said, There are no limits, there are no gloves, which are in fact put on when it comes to winning elections. From Pakistan, and that we saw Prime Minister Narendra Modi using in the Gujarat elections as well, with his mention of Pakistan. Does the domestic narrative in India before the 2019 election, is Pakistan going to be one of the most prominent feature along with Rahul Gandhi, as the BJP wants to use it? Rahul Gandhi and Pakistan in one sentence, is it going to be politically beneficial for them?
You see, the BJP will exploit it. Gopal is one of the doves among the hawks in the BJP, and the BJP will exploit it. At the grassroots level, at the last denominator, Pakistan attacking RSS and the language used, and which being similar to what Rahul Gandhi and Congress is doing, may resonate, but it eventually, what I will say is that it exposes both the BJP and the RSS to perhaps letting Pakistan dictate their politics, and that's a warning sign, Ankit, because they may not have attacked through terror, create a political ground for BJP or anybody, but through their comments and statements. If they dictate Indian politics, perhaps they are going back to the time which Gandhi had warned of, that there should not be a condition in which any caste or community dominates the others.
Yes.
And the narrative can be utilized against the other.
Well, we are hoping that the voters at least are able to see through this. It's not Pakistan and only Pakistan that should dominate the election narrative. People are intelligent enough to see this, and exactly the answer that at least the voters of Bihar gave when the BJP invoked crackers in Pakistan to attack Nitish Kumar government. It is all about domestic politics. It is all about the issues that me and you face rather than anything else. As far as Pakistan, India will keep exposing them. Well, Pakistan is being shamed at the global stage time and again. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for joining me early morning on this burning question debate. With that, we are slipping into...
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you will love to.